At 68, facing a likely future of insulin injections, the path forward felt uncertain. Blood sugar levels were rising, energy was unpredictable, and each meal brought a new wave of confusion and concern. But before surrendering to medication, there was one small choice that led to a big shift: slowing down with a cup of tea. What started as a simple way to reduce stress gradually evolved into a deeply supportive daily ritual. Different teas, each with unique flavors and healing qualities, offered more than hydration. They became moments of reflection, tools for inner balance, and subtle reminders that healing is still possible at any age. Over time, these teas helped reduce sugar cravings, calmed stress-induced glucose spikes, and supported digestion and sleep. More importantly, the daily act of preparing and sipping tea created rhythm. It brought intention into each day. With every cup, the speaker wasn't just nourishing their body, they were reclaiming agency over their health and mindset. There was something deeply comforting about choosing warmth, care, and calm instead of reacting with fear or medication. These teas didn't replace healthy food or movement. They didn't cure diabetes, but they laid a gentle, consistent foundation. They helped stabilize energy, reduce emotional eating, ease blood pressure, and nurture a new sense of peace. Slowly, the future no longer seemed ruled by insulin alone. This video shares 7 teas that became part of that healing journey. Each one offered a unique kind of support, from metabolic boost to mental clarity. They worked quietly, patiently, and powerfully. Not by forcing change, but by showing up every day. Because healing doesn't always arrive with a bang. Sometimes it brews slowly, rising with steam held in 2 hands in the stillness of a cup. Number 1. Peppermint Tea. Peppermint tea may seem simple at first, but it quietly became one of the most powerful tools in the daily routine of managing blood sugar. For the speaker, it wasn't just the minty aroma or the cooling sensation. It was the deeper experience the tea brought each evening. It marked a pause, a breath, and a moment of calm in the midst of a day often filled with blood sugar concerns and physical tension. One of the most underestimated drivers of blood sugar spikes, especially in people over 60, is stress. Stress activates the release of cortisol and adrenaline, hormones that prepare the body to respond to danger. In doing so, they also raise blood sugar levels, even in the absence of food. For someone already dealing with metabolic challenges, this hormonal response can make glucose regulation even more difficult. Peppermint tea helped break that cycle. By drinking a warm cup of peppermint tea in the evening, the speaker created a daily ritual of relaxation. It lowered heart rate, soothed tense muscles, and created a sense of transition from the busy day into restful sleep. And that sleep was critical, because improved rest led to fewer cravings, more energy, and greater clarity in food choices the next day. Peppermint tea also supports digestive health, which plays a key role in sugar control. Its natural antispasmodic properties help relax the smooth muscles of the digestive tract, reducing bloating, gas, and abdominal discomfort, especially after larger or late dinners. By supporting smoother digestion, it helped reduce the likelihood of post-meal glucose spikes and ease discomfort that could otherwise trigger nighttime snacking. Perhaps most unexpectedly, peppermint tea helped replace the psychological habit of needing something sweet after dinner. Its fresh, slightly sweet flavor satisfied the senses and curbed the desire for dessert or late-night snacks. It also brought a sense of comfort, without caffeine, calories, or regret. In time, peppermint tea became more than a beverage. It became an anchor at the end of the day, a peaceful, healing habit that asked nothing in return but gave so much in its stead. One cup, one calm moment, one healthier evening, repeated again and again. Number 2. Rooibos Tea. Rooibos tea, a naturally sweet and caffeine-free herbal drink native to South Africa, quickly became a treasured part of the speaker's routine. At first, it was the warm amber hue and mellow, earthy flavor that caught attention. But with time, it proved to be far more than just a comforting beverage. It became a reliable ally in managing blood sugar and avoiding insulin. One of the trickiest parts of blood sugar management, especially for people over 60, is navigating mid-afternoon cravings. That's the time when energy dips, willpower fades, and the urge for sweets or snacks is at its highest. Rooibos tea filled that gap perfectly. Its naturally sweet taste made it an enjoyable alternative to sugary drinks or processed snacks. Instead of reaching for cookies or sweetened coffee, a cup of Rooibos provided the same comfort with none of the downside. But Rooibos offers more than flavor. It contains a unique antioxidant called aspalathin, which research suggests may help improve glucose metabolism and reduce insulin resistance. These actions are critical for those managing prediabetes or type 2 diabetes. Rooibos also supports heart health by helping lower LDL cholesterol and triglycerides, all while boosting the body's natural antioxidant defenses to combat inflammation. Drinking Rooibos became a soothing ritual in the afternoon. It was a chance to pause, breathe, and reset. Unlike caffeinated teas or coffee, Rooibos provided warmth and focus without overstimulation or risk of disrupting sleep later in the day. It became a moment of peace, something gentle to look forward to. Another unexpected benefit was how it supported hydration. As we age, it's easy to fall short on water intake. Rooibos, being caffeine-free and gentle on the stomach, encouraged more sipping throughout the day. This helped support kidney function, digestion, and overall well-being, all important for blood sugar stability. Rooibos tea didn't promise miracles, but it quietly offered stability. It helped curb sugar cravings, smooth out energy dips, and reinforce a sense of control during the most vulnerable time of the day. In a journey marked by slow, steady progress, Rooibos became the reliable companion that offered comfort, flavor, and support, one peaceful cup at a time. Number 3. Hibiscus Tea. Hibiscus tea, with its striking ruby red hue and tangy flavor, became a standout in the speaker's journey, not only for its taste, but for its powerful support of heart and metabolic health. What began as a summer experiment quickly turned into a year-round favorite, providing both refreshing flavor and profound wellness benefits. Its bold, tart flavor made it a natural substitute for sugary fruit juices and sodas. Whether enjoyed hot or over ice, hibiscus tea brought a satisfying zing that quenched thirst and added variety without caffeine, sugar, or calories. It quickly became the beverage of choice during warmer afternoons or after meals, offering a sense of indulgence that felt both vibrant and guilt-free. But the real reason hibiscus earned a place in the speaker's routine was its impact on blood pressure. Clinical studies have shown that regular consumption of hibiscus tea can significantly lower both systolic and diastolic blood pressure. For people with diabetes or prediabetes, this is especially important, as high blood pressure often goes hand in hand with elevated blood sugar. By easing pressure on the cardiovascular system, hibiscus indirectly helps stabilize glucose levels and protect long-term health. With more stable blood pressure came better sleep, improved mood, and reduced stress, key contributors to better blood sugar regulation. The speaker noticed that the gentle drop in blood pressure led to fewer headaches, less tension, and a calmer disposition overall. These subtle changes added up to meaningful improvements in energy and emotional balance. Hibiscus is also rich in anthocyanins, potent antioxidants that help reduce inflammation and protect cells from oxidative stress. These compounds support liver health, which plays a vital role in how the body stores and manages glucose. A healthy liver is essential for anyone trying to avoid insulin and regulate their metabolism naturally. Over time, hibiscus tea became a daily signal of care and calm. It represented relief, not just from the heat or the taste of plain water, but from the internal stress of managing chronic health concerns. With each cup, the speaker felt lighter, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. It was a drink that offered both power and peace, one vibrant sip at a time. Number 4. Ginger Tea. Ginger tea quickly became a cornerstone of the speaker's morning ritual, not just for its invigorating warmth, but for the consistent, grounded support it offered in managing blood sugar, digestion, and inflammation. As the body ages, mornings can feel slower, digestion more delicate, and energy less predictable. Ginger tea helped ease into the day with clarity and comfort. Each morning began with a cup brewed from fresh ginger slices. Sipped slowly on an empty stomach, the tea gently stimulated digestion, helping reduce bloating, gas, and sluggishness from the previous day. That morning clarity, both mental and physical, set the tone for more mindful choices throughout the day. It also reduced reliance on coffee and sugary breakfast foods, which often triggered spikes and crashes. Scientifically, ginger holds real value for people managing diabetes. It has been shown to improve insulin sensitivity, enhance glucose uptake into cells, and support stable blood sugar after meals. Ginger helps muscles absorb glucose more efficiently, acting almost like a natural insulin enhancer. For the speaker, this meant fewer post-meal crashes, especially on days when meals weren't perfectly balanced. Beyond its blood sugar effects, ginger is also a powerful anti-inflammatory. Chronic, low-grade inflammation is a hidden driver of insulin resistance, fatigue, and slow healing. Ginger's compounds, including gingerols and shogals, work to soothe inflammation in the gut and throughout the body, promoting a more balanced and responsive metabolism. Another unexpected benefit was how emotionally stabilizing ginger tea became. Its spicy, grounding flavor offered more than just physical relief. It became a sensory ritual that helped reduce anxiety and promote focus. Adding lemon, cinnamon, or a pinch of turmeric brought variation and boosted its benefits even more. Over time, ginger tea became more than just a healthy drink. It became a way to claim each morning with intention. On days that began with ginger tea, the speaker felt calmer, stronger, and more in control. That simple act, steeping roots in water, served as a reminder that healing doesn't need to be complex. Sometimes it's just a warm cup, a quiet moment, and a decision to begin again. Number 5. Chamomile tea. Chamomile tea made its way back into the speaker's life during a sleepless night. The body was tired, but the mind wouldn't rest. In that quiet discomfort, a warm cup of chamomile became more than a remedy. It became a return to calm. Over time, it transformed into a cherished nightly ritual that supported not only sleep but also blood sugar stability, emotional balance, and overall healing. Sleep and blood sugar are closely linked. When sleep is poor, the body produces more cortisol, a stress hormone that raises blood glucose and triggers cravings the next day. For someone managing diabetes or prediabetes, restless nights can silently undo daytime progress. Chamomile tea helped break that cycle. Sipped about 30 minutes before bed, it served as a gentle signal to the body that it was time to release the day. The impact on sleep was both immediate and long-term. Nights felt less agitated, and the speaker found it easier to fall and stay asleep. Mornings became calmer. There was less irritability, fewer impulsive food choices, and more energy to move through the day with intention. This smoother rhythm made a noticeable difference in glucose readings. Chamomile contains a compound called apigenin, which binds to receptors in the brain, reducing anxiety and encouraging relaxation. It also has mild anti-inflammatory effects, which can support insulin sensitivity and reduce strain on the digestive system. In some studies, chamomile has even been associated with improvements in fasting glucose levels and overall blood sugar control when used consistently. What stood out most, though, was the emotional comfort it provided. Chamomile tea became a form of self-kindness, a way to acknowledge the stress and fatigue of the day without judgment. It replaced evening snacks, late-night worries, and the urge to reach for distractions. Instead, it brought quiet, warmth, and stillness. Over time, this simple act of sipping tea became an anchor. It didn't demand anything. It just offered peace. In a world that often rewards hustle, chamomile reminded the speaker that healing sometimes comes from slowing down, breathing deeply, and saying yes to rest. Number 6. Black tea. Black tea, once just a common beverage served at breakfast or alongside biscuits during family visits, slowly took on a new role in the speaker's life. As a trusted partner in managing blood sugar, what had been a casual drink became a post-meal ritual, a steadying presence that brought warmth, clarity, and metabolic support. The turning point came when the speaker learned about black tea's unique polyphenols, particularly theaflavins and theorubigens. These natural compounds have been shown to help reduce insulin resistance, slow starch digestion, and improve sugar metabolism. When consumed during or shortly after a meal, black tea helps blunt the spike in blood sugar that can follow carbohydrate-rich foods. This effect, while subtle, created fewer energy crashes, reduced cravings, and led to more stable afternoons and evenings. The practice began with a cup of black tea after lunch. It encouraged a mindful pause in the day, giving digestion space and signaling a transition to a more focused, balanced state. Over time, it became an essential part of the speaker's post-meal routine. Instead of grazing or reaching for sweets, sipping tea became the default, calming the mind and supporting the body. Black tea also contains a mild amount of caffeine, which offered a soft lift in energy and alertness without the jittery crash of coffee. This became especially valuable in the early afternoon, when focus often waned and the temptation for snacks loomed. A cup of tea offered mental clarity and metabolic control, wrapped in the warmth of routine. To maximize its benefits, the speaker chose high-quality organic black tea, unsweetened and free of additives. Occasionally, a slice of lemon or a pinch of cinnamon was added for variety and extra support. Avoiding milk and sugar helped preserve its blood sugar-friendly profile. What emerged wasn't just a new habit, but a sense of calm control. Black tea became a post-meal bodyguard, subtle but strong, simple but effective. With each cup, it supported digestion, stabilized blood sugar, and grounded the moment in intention. One peaceful sip became a promise to the body. You're supported, you're cared for, and balance is within reach. Number 7. Green tea. Green tea didn't grab the speaker's attention immediately. It seemed too mild, too plain, maybe even too quiet to make a real difference. But over time, its quiet nature revealed its true strength. What it lacked in boldness, it made up for in balance, consistency, and deep metabolic support. At the heart of green tea's benefits is EGCG, epigallocatechin gallate, a powerful antioxidant that improves insulin sensitivity, helps glucose enter muscle cells, and reduces inflammation throughout the body. This natural compound helps prevent sugar from lingering in the bloodstream, particularly helpful for managing fasting glucose levels and avoiding the long-term risks of elevated blood sugar. Green tea also played a subtle role in managing cravings. When the speaker felt restless or emotionally unsettled, a warm or chilled cup of green tea served as a moment to pause. Its slightly bitter, earthy taste was calming. That taste helped reset the brain away from sweet cravings and back to presence. This gentle shift prevented unnecessary snacking, especially between meals. Unlike black tea or coffee, green tea provided a gentle lift in energy without overstimulation. Its caffeine content is lower, and it contains L-theanine, an amino acid that promotes a sense of calm focus. The combination delivered clarity and alertness without the spike and crash. This made green tea ideal during the late morning or early afternoon, those moments when energy naturally dips and cravings often rise. The speaker developed a habit of sipping green tea before going for a walk or while journaling. It became a companion for reflection and movement, small routines that offered powerful support. It also became a refreshing drink with meals, replacing sugary iced teas or flavored beverages that previously added empty calories and stress to the system. Hot or cold, alone or infused with lemon, mint, or cinnamon, green tea found its place each day. It didn't ask for much attention, but it showed up reliably, again and again. In the end, green tea reminded the speaker of something important. Not all solutions have to shout. Sometimes the most transformative habits are the quiet ones, the ones that ground you, support you, and carry you forward one mindful sip at a time. These 7 teas didn't arrive with fanfare. They weren't quick fixes or bold claims, but in their quiet, consistent way, they helped shape a path away from insulin and toward a life that felt more balanced, more intentional, and more deeply cared for. Each tea, peppermint, rooibos, hibiscus, ginger, chamomile, black, and green, offered something unique. One soothed stress, another improved sleep. Some helped reduce cravings or stabilize blood sugar after meals. Together, they formed a circle of support, gentle but strong, calming yet powerful. They didn't ask for much, just a cup, a moment, and a willingness to show up every day. What mattered most wasn't just what was in the cup. It was the habit behind it, the daily decision to pause, the act of preparation, the choice to reach for something healing instead of harmful. These small rituals built momentum. They replaced chaos with rhythm, and over time, they helped make blood sugar control feel not just possible, but peaceful. This journey didn't exclude medication or dietary changes, but it highlighted something deeper, that healing can begin with the smallest of choices. That in a world filled with prescriptions and pressure, sometimes the most powerful medicine is brewed slowly, held gently, and sipped with care and purpose. If you found value in this video, subscribe to Active Healthcare. We're here to support your path with natural, science-backed tools created especially for people over 50. Because you deserve guidance that's compassionate, practical, and truly empowering. Thank you for watching. If someone you love is struggling with sugar, sleep, or stress, share this video with them. A single cup of tea might be the beginning of something much bigger. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more thoughtful health content from Active Healthcare.